Frickin' bats. I love Halloween.
Bats.
Well, frickin' bats.
Frickin' bats.
Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of a Monsterhearts one-shot on the day of Halloween. I specifically requested this months ago for this moment. The title of this episode is called You Only Live Once. And we'll see why. Who's to say? We're going to get right into it with the beginnings of this foggy Halloween afternoon in a little town in an unnamed Midwest state called Logan. It's a very affluent town, Logan, filled with lots of large mansion-style homes. The smallest home being probably, mid-range colonial, at least 3 bedrooms minimum. So what you're working with is a very affluent suburb of the nearest major Midwestern town, to be unnamed. And it's very tight-knit community. People know people. All of you, even if you don't hang in the same crowd, know the crowds that each other hangs out with. Logan High School only has about 500, 600 kids that go there. And on this very cloudy, very drizzly, very foggy, gray Halloween day, y'all find yourselves at the end of your school day at Logan High School, anticipating the bell, anticipating the festivities that are going to get on their way after the trick-or-treaters have made their rounds. And I want to let y'all introduce yourselves. And we'll first start with the party queen herself, Chloe Turner. I'm going to show Emily's character art as you describe your character. I have a little list that I feel like this is like actual high school where you're like, okay, everybody, we're going to go around and we're going to say our names, we're going to say our pronouns.
No, I love that.
Say what grade we're in. And then, so what I want you to say is your character name, the character's pronouns, what grade you are currently in, and then what class that you are ending your day in now.
I love this.
And I'm going to show everybody Chloe's picture. Can you see it? Did you see it?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Okay. We're not all in a specific class together, right?
You don't have to be, no. This isn't.
Okay.
This is very different from like a usual Monsterhearts. Like, I just want y'all to paint a picture of like what the end of the day for you is going to look like.
Okay. Chloe Turner. She's a she, her pronouns. She's a junior. She is, a lot of people would say that she was very popular. She would never say that, but she is ending her day in newspaper class. She kind of ends her day working on what would normally be her after school activities if she had any.
Nice. So you're in newspaper. A lot of people around you are like furiously trying to finish up their projects because they don't want to stay after school today, even though it's Monday. So this is usually a time where like you're getting ready for the week, you're prepping all your deadlines, etc., but nobody wants to stay. Your 2 very good friends that you convinced to take the class with you are also in this class, Devon and Talia, and I can show you. So this is Talia. She's a little quiet, little reserved. She likes to watch. She's kind of the one that is trailing behind you and Talia, or you and Devin most of the time. Oh no, did I not put Devin in? Okay, hang on. Hang on, everybody. This is the danger of Midjourney. You just make 900 of these, and then you load them into your computer. But
it's okay. The stream is getting their look at Talia.
Okay, good. Yeah, so Talia and you and soon to be Devin, who is on her way over to sit with you at the desk that you're probably currently stationed on.
Yeah.
She's walking, she's taking her time, she's laughing, she's chatting to everybody, she's checking in.
Cute.
Devin. So that's your little crew, Devin and Talia. They're hanging out with you. It's the end of the day. What are y'all?
We like very intentionally finished early. We worked really hard at the beginning of the week because we knew we had a lot to do today. So in the midst of all the chaos, we're all starting our makeup for our costumes. We just have like a compact mirror out.
Yes.
Just kind of sitting on the edge of one of the desks in front of where we would be working if we were working, just kind of gossiping and putting our makeup on.
Amazing. And Devin immediately just is like takes the reins on getting your makeup just perfect. She's pushing your hair back, making sure that all of your lip liner is exactly right, because who are you going as?
Morticia Adams.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's got a picture on her iPhone of Morticia Adams. She is like to a T ready. She's like, okay, no, just put like up a little bit, like purse your lips, like a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay. And like her face is like inches from you, and you see Talia.
Sure?
What?
Are you sure? I need the wig to know. I need the wig. I left the wig at home when I need the wig.
Oh my god.
Well, it's at Trevor's house.
Okay, well, of course. So are we going straight there after school, or do we need like, because I have all my stuff in my car, and Talia, I picked you up this morning, and Talia's just like nodding and kind of watching this interaction between the two of you. And just yeah, she says, yeah, I'm good to do whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go straight there, and we're gonna have to help Trevor get into his costume too, because I worked way too hard making these costumes for his makeup and his hair to not look good. So we're gonna need to do that as soon as we get there and make sure he doesn't mess it up. And then we have to like decorate and everything.
Oh my gosh, he didn't even decorate.
Well, I don't trust him to decorate.
That's fair. I'm not doing his makeup though. He can do his own makeup, or you can. I don't want to like touch him. No offense. Like, no.
Okay, fine. I'll do it, but you're gonna have to decorate or something.
Fine, I'll decorate, and I'll do Talia's makeup. Right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I have all the plans for the decorating. I have it drawn out. Make sure that it happens exactly as I have it drawn out. I put a lot of work into this.
And then Talia immediately snatches, and she's like, "No, I've got this. This is all me. I got you, babe." And
yes, okay, I
starts studying the draw, like just like you can see, just she's like the visual mastermind of your crew. She's like the coordinator of you, whereas you and Devin are like la 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 over here. Talia's like, I got this.
She's on it.
She's the anchor.
I always planned on her doing it. I never planned on decorating myself.
Amazing. I think she probably knows that.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Amazing. So like as you kind of are having this conversation, you hear Mr. Perkins from his desk in the corner, ladies, please, like, shh.
What do you mean shh?
Just people are working. Okay. You should be working too, but people are working.
Okay, well, we're done. Maybe other people shouldn't be working right up until their deadline.
You see, like, Henry peer over his computer and just, like, look at you. Dagger eyes. And sink back down as soon as you look back at him. Amazing. Cool. So you finish up the rest of your newspaper class, and we will cut to our next little shenanigan. Matt, what is your character's name, pronouns, grade, and what class are they vibing in right now?
Yes, I am Felix Mullen, he, him. Felix is a freshman. He is maybe 90 pounds, pale, gaunt, kind of like a little bit hollow, sunken eyes, always kind of like a scowl on his face, kind of messy hair. He is currently sitting in the very back of a last period study hall.
Whoa.
And just
Nice.
watching and memorizing everything that every other person in this room does.
Love that.
Just sitting in the back.
What's catching your eye right now?
Definitely.
As you scan.
There's definitely some like cool kids maybe in the basketball team up in the front row that is talking about the party. I'm really focused in on this. I know these basketball kids because my older brother was on the basketball team, but he graduated last year. So these kids know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just watching them just to see if they acknowledge me or look at me, but mostly just gathering information about the party.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So as you're kind of staring at this group of the cool kids, you see one of them kind of turn to you, and he makes eye contact, and he doesn't look away like most people would, and you don't look away.
Oh, I stare him right in the eyes.
Yeah. So you make this awkward eye contact, and it becomes sort of this game where he's just like looking at you. And then as soon as he like takes a couple breaths and you don't look away, he like slaps the guy next to him. And you see the agitated face of one Carver Jensen and his twin brother Caleb. And Carver, the one on the right, is known to be a little bit hot-headed, and he's the one that you just had a little staring contest with, and he like gets the attention of his brother Caleb, who's the one on the left, and you see them kind of exchange words, and then he like Carver nods over to you, and then Caleb looks at you. Do you still maintain?
I'm just staring daggers at them from across the room,
Okay.
trying to make it uncomfortable.
Trying to make it uncomfortable. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that sound like a hold steady roll.
So yeah, I was gonna say Carver is gonna come up to you.
Okay.
He's gonna start walking. Caleb kind of tries to pull him back and like sympathetically is like, "Don't, man, stop." And Carver comes up to you. And as he gets closer, you see that the right side of his cheek, and it might not be depicted in the picture, so don't pay attention to that, but the right side of his cheek has like what looks to be a freshly healing, like, we can talk timeline, you know who you are, kind of laceration situation going on his cheek, as if he may have just gotten into like some sort of fight within a 6-month time period. And it kind of gives him this like look, a little bit more of like a tough guy look. And I think he knows that, and he kind of plays that, and he comes up to you and he looks at you and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? What do you need something?"
Certainly not from you.
Whoa, hey man, you're the one staring at me. Yeah.
I heard there's a party tonight. Are you going?
He like looks back at the. Yeah, fucking course I'm going.
You planning on getting drunk? I stare him right in the eyes.
You're like a little freak or something.
Yeah, maybe. So are you. Nice face.
And you see like his entire, as soon as you mention the face, like you see his entire demeanor kind of like,
It's a shame that your face will be slightly disfigured for the rest of your life.
what the fuck, man? Like, you were just staring at me and now you're gonna just, like, what the fuck? Do you want to fight? Like, what do you want? Because I will fuck you up. And he starts getting like a little bit heated in this like quiet kind of study hall.
Oh yeah, punch me.
Here?
Yeah, I mean,
He like
you're the
looks
one that brought
around.
it up. Sure, why not?
I mean, it would be really easy to punch you right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we
It
do
would be
it
really-
when there's a better audience?
All right, no problem. I
The
kind of
minute we
back.
step outside this classroom,
You're
in
gonna
front of
punch
the whole
me.
passing period, I'll fucking punch you. How about that? And you'll probably like it, won't you?
I'm not gonna say that I'll like it, but I would love for you to punch me right in the face.
Will you roll for me?
First roll of the session.
Matt, will you roll a keep your cool roll?
Yeah. Yes.
I hardly ever ask anyone, but
Keep your cool. So that's plus cold. So that's a 9.
okay. 7 and 9 and to tell you how your actions will be vulnerable. You can choose to back down or go through with it. Okay. Matt, you're what? Can Felix get hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So with a 9, what? I know that I kind of prompted this roll, but in this moment, you're having this altercation with Carver.
Yeah.
You're acting very, very forward. Is there any sense of fear in you? And if so, what is it?
I mean, I think there maybe is some fear that this clearly stronger person is going to punch me in the face. And I feel like it'll be painful, but that is completely secondary to trying to get him to realize that he's just a bully that has no regard for actual human life. I was just really trying to bring it back on him, but I realized that I could just straight up get punched.
Yeah. Okay. So you do a little bit fear the physical
Mhm.
altercation aspect of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks at you, and he, in this moment, could either punch you or completely emotionally destroy you. And that is how, those are the two choices. And so you can choose to back down or you can choose to further antagonize him. But either way, one of those things will happen based on your choice.
I stand up from my table and I get up like right in his face and I say, "Are you going to do it, or are we just going to stare at each other for this entire night?"
He looks at you and he steps back and looks around to see how many people are watching him. And then he licks his lips and gets right up in your face and he goes, "Man, I wish that bus did kill you." And he turns around and walks back to his group.
Wolf.
I nod and sit back down and just stare into the back of his head for the rest of the period.
Cool. All right. Amazing. So you'll finish out your day in study hall, which, like, honestly, what a great class to end on.
Yeah.
And the camera will zoom out and quick cut into the class that Zach, your character, finds himself sitting in.
Yeah, well, if you'll allow me, Master of Ceremonies, I will say that my character also ends his day in study hall, but this being the third week of his return from the weeks-long suspension that he had after a certain altercation with one already known Carver. That Larry is ending his day as he does. This is Friday, right?
So technically, I'm pretending it's today, and today is Monday.
Okay, so as he does every Monday, instead of going study hall as he has the last 3 weeks, he is sitting in the guidance counselor's office.
Amazing.
For his mandatory session with the guidance counselor.
Ooh, a little anger management.
Larry is a chubby kid, starting to fill out, but definitely still has like baby fat and like a stomach on him. Usually wearing a hoodie, glasses, very thick, coiffed blonde hair that's kind of always just like messily pushed back. Pair of dark rim glasses, and he's sitting in the guidance counselor's office, bored, annoyed that he has to be here, and just kind of like sitting in front of the guidance counselor.
So in front of you, you see the guidance counselor that you've been seeing. You said, so just timeline-wise, you said it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, so this would be my third. This would be my third time seeing the guidance
third session.
counselor.
Okay, so it's been about 4 weeks since the altercation.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you see your guidance counselor, Miss Reardon, sitting in front of you. She's kind of younger, maybe mid-30s. Has been at the school for about 4 or 5 years, maybe as long as what grade did you say you were in?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Also, Larry Talbot. He, him pronouns, and he is a junior.
Amazing. So she's been here a little bit longer than you have. So you've known of her since you've been here, but this is your first time, I would imagine, being in her presence for these sessions. So she's kind of sitting in front of you, and she's got her little notepad out, and she's waiting for you to talk. She just asked you a question. Larry?
My weekend was fine. I didn't feel any sort of anger towards anyone. I didn't want to harm anybody. Everything was fine.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. But I did want to know your goals for this week. What is it you're looking to achieve? Is there anything you're excited about?
We really have to do this every week, Miss Reardon.
Well, yeah. That's Larry, you did something bad, and this is how you show that you...
Yeah, Carver's such a good kid, isn't he?
Okay, I'm not here for Carver, Larry. I'm here for you. And, it does sound like there is a lot of anger still percolating in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a party tonight, and I'm gonna try to go, and not be alone. I don't know, does that count?
It does, yeah. Sounds like you're excited about that.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
I wish you would.
And this happens every week. He always comes in very closed off. And Miss
Yeah.
Reardon like is always good at like breaking down his walls, and he likes to think that he's like a closed book, but really is quite open.
Yeah.
Especially when shown any amount of like care. And he kind of speaks up and he says, I don't regret what I did. And I'm not saying that it wasn't wrong. And I'm not saying that I shouldn't have to, like, you know, face whatever consequences it is for kicking his ass. And, pardon my French, I'm sorry. But I don't regret it. He's an asshole, pardon my French. And I just think that he really...
She's actually a little bit chuckling every time you say that. She generally finds you endearing. She knows that you're a good person. She wants you to succeed. Yeah. So she gives you this little bit of like vulnerability as well.
So I really think he deserved it. And should I have gone that far? No, of course not. That's why I said I understand it wasn't good, and I understand that that can't happen again, and I get that. But it felt good to take what I wanted and not just let things be decided for me. And I don't know, ever since that happened, like, people are like talking to me, or like I exist all of a sudden, and it feels good. And so I listen, I know that it was wrong, but I'm sorry about it.
So what I'm hearing is that maybe we need to explore a little bit of how both can exist. How your knowledge of what you did being wrong can also hold a place to, you know, this new social stamina you have.
Yeah. You know, my dad's always saying that, like, you have to just take what you want sometimes. And I don't know. Well, maybe he's right.
Maybe. And maybe we can find ways to take what you want and get what you want in ways that are less harmful to others.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're excited about this party.
Yeah. And then I guess I don't want to be late to any classes this week.
Okay. I'll write that down just for the file. And she kind of gives you a little smile. Is there anything you would want to discuss with her more? Do you feel?
I think that he just kind of like starts to think about the party and just kind of starts to give her really short answers. And will try to, sometimes if he's really polite, she'll like, because it's the last thing of the day, she'll like just let him leave.
Yeah.
And so he tries to get that to happen, just to like head out.
Yeah. Does he drive?
As a junior, yeah, I think he just started driving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that he would just try to. He's not a big fan of crowds.
Yeah.
And I think he doesn't really like the whole like hubba-blub of like leaving straight away. So he likes to leave early, but if that can't happen, then he would just...
No, I think especially today, seeing that like a little bit of a breakthrough happened, and knowing that like it's a big step for him, not liking crowds, to be like feeling good and excited about a party. She would definitely be like, okay, well, I think we did some good work today. Larry, get out of here. And
thanks, appreciate it.
Be safe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you too.
Make good choices.
Not that. Sorry. and I just walk away.
This is Angie laughing.
And then I get in my car, and I don't start it, and I kind of lean the seat back, and I just kind of like take a deep breath, just kind of like, I don't know, emotionally still myself, and then I look at the doors of the school and I wait.
Cool. Okay, we'll come back to that. And then as we zoom out of the parking lot back into the school building, we see our final main character, Sophie Stevens. Sophie, will you give us your, well, I already gave you character name, pronouns, grade, and what class you're in right now?
Yes, so I am Sophie Stevens. Pronouns are she, her, and Sophie Stevens is a junior. She actually is in the same study hall as Felix right now.
Ooh,
and
okay.
has been sitting right next to him, completely unaware of the entire thing that's going on, as she has been assigned to be Felix's like upperclassman mentor since Felix's grades have been so low. So she's like, all right, so let's say you have an equation in the form of ax squared plus c, that is equal to 0. You should recognize this, right, Felix? That's a quadratic equation. That's right. Like not paying attention to the conversation that you're having at all. Doesn't even fully realize that you've stood up and are like having this interaction with these twins, and just going through and just getting really excited for the math herself, and like solving your math homework for you.
You muted Felix.
Yeah, you're just like talking to me. I'm just staring ahead.
I would say, because we talked about this a little bit also, that I think that I would have a sympathetic token of yours as well. If there's something that you can think of that would be meaningful to you that I would have.
Something that's meaningful that I have.
A thought that came to my mind was, I've got a picture of Felix and Felix's older brother that you for some reason decided to give to Sophie, and it's a picture of the two of you smiling. And it's
perfect.
Kind of the last time anybody's maybe seen you smile.
The last time.
Yes, absolutely perfect.
Oh, we love that.
Cool. Yeah, so that's where Sophie is. Sophie is also fully wearing a witch costume because today is Halloween, and that she gets very excited for.
Yes. I was going to say, in a school where it's kind of, it seems a little bit, especially with the vibe of Chloe and her crew already getting ready for the party, and this party kind of being an openly talked about thing. It is a little bit cooler than probably in some high schools to be excited about Halloween, especially because it's a small town, so all these little kids that are going trick-or-treating, especially you, Sophie. I would assume you're probably very excited to get home and pass out candy and then go to the party, so you have a full night ahead of you. But is there anything, so we can see that perhaps post this interaction with Felix and Carver, and Felix has just gotten an emotional wedgie, so to speak, with Carver wishing that he had gotten killed by the bus. He sits back down. Is there any sort of conversation that y'all would like to have, or anything you want to do before the end of your day?
Sophie would probably help finish up the the equations as long as Felix was kind of paying attention, and then if not, would switch over to whatever book she's reading. And then like as like the bell starts to get closer, would start to get like visibly excited, ready to get out, and like is like tapping on the book, like waiting to get out of here so she can get home and start handing out candy, and then move on to the more haunting part of the evening.
Felix, is there any chance you're paying attention?
I think Sophie's like talking about the homework, and then I'm just staring ahead, and at one point I say, Carver's the type of person to fall down a well when he's 25 and die.
Sure, 25 is a number, not the one we were looking for. X is actually 17.
Oh my god.
I think that's all we're gonna get really through today. I'm sorry, Felix.
It's okay. Thank you, Sophie. I'm sorry. My mind is elsewhere. Are you going to the party?
Yeah. Are you?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to see you there. What are you? Wait, you're wearing a costume, right?
I'm going as a zombie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you already wearing the costume?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right.
And you're a witch?
Yes, I am a witch. Yeah. How could you tell?
Yes. Maybe you are the witch that resurrected my zombie self. Huh?
I mean, we talked about this. Just because we're friends doesn't mean that I resurrected you.
Okay. Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. You didn't resurrect me. But there is black magic afoot, I assume.
Black magic? What do you mean? Like what?
I can just feel it in the air, Sophie.
Oh. From like where?
Let's just call it a sixth sense.
Sure. Okay. I know you see it a lot. You are always, I've said that a bunch of times, you're very observant, and that's so great. I think like maybe if we could apply some of that observation to paying a little bit more attention when we're going through these notes, that would be really helpful. But hey,
I want him to punch me.
Can we talk about that? Can we?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm trying not to say the things in my head that are in my head out loud sometimes. But I really do appreciate you helping with the homework. None of this stuff makes any sense to me. It's all numbers and stuff. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's hard to see what all this is for, because we're supposed to be having fun. We're in high school. I don't know. Wish I could say that I saw you having more fun, at least while we're here.
Well, sometimes I have fun when you're around, but that's about it so far. High school sucks.
I'm sorry, but hey, we're going to a party tonight. Let's get excited for that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I am excited.
Here, and I take out a piece of candy and slide it over to you. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. I take the candy, I look at it, and I put it in my pocket. Thank you. I wish I had candy for you, but I don't carry that stuff around.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of today that I'm carrying it around.
Because of Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah. Trick or treat.
I've never been trick-or-treating before.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go with me for a little bit on like at least like the walk home?
We're in high school. It's way too old to be trick-or-treating.
I mean, you're only as old as how you feel on the inside.
I feel like nothing on the inside.
So do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay,
let's go.
cool. All right, yeah.
Let's go.
Get excited.
Amazing. Amazing. So around that time that you start getting Felix pumped up, the end of the day bell rings and the mad dash to cars, buses, walking home begins. The way that I kind of saw this going for y'all is if you have any like role play things you want to go through between now and the party, you can. I have a couple locations that I can throw out there if you have some stuff you want to do. But if not, we can just skip straight to the party and we can just discuss like what everybody would have been doing between them. So
yeah, I can just say what what would have happened before the
Okay.
party, so we can just get to the
Amazing.
party.
yeah, so I do. So we'll start with you, Larry, because you specifically said that you are in the parking lot waiting for the bell to ring.
Yes.
So the bell rings, the mad dash explosion begins. Who are you hoping to see?
As soon as I start to see people come out of the building, I get out of my car, and I like just lean up against it with like my multiple heads.
7 heads.
With my hands in my hoodie. And just kind of like trying to like seem just like cool. Sorry, I just was looking at the wording of one of my moves. And I just kind of like, as I'm sitting there, I like focus my vision and kind of take a deep breath, smell the air, and I'm mechanically and narratively waiting for Drew Emerson,
Amazing.
my buddy, to come on out because I told him I'd give him a ride after school to the party. But if there is another individual that I see walking out, I don't do anything. I just kind of stand there and watch until Drew comes out. And when Drew gets there, I get in the car and I, leave. And and after I leave, Drew and I, we go and we like go to McDonald's and we get some food at McDonald's, and then we go back to my place and like, I don't know, I'd probably just like sit around and not do much, maybe play a video game or two, and then it's just my dad and he's not at home when we get there. Then afterwards, I think Drew maybe like tries to, I don't know about Drew, I think maybe he would try to, not very strongly, but like try to hint at the fact that like, hey, we could just like stay here and play video games. But I think that I'm like, no, let's go to the party. And I do not get a costume. And I do not wear a costume. I think that Larry...
That was going to be my next question.
I think that Larry's not used to being popular, and he still has the like outside version of what popular is, and is not in the know socially enough to know that it's actually cooler to like go along with it. So
we're at the point now.
Yeah, exactly. We're at the point now where it's like it's actually cooler to go along with it, but he thinks, only the cool people won't be wearing costumes. It's like what he probably doesn't say that, but he's just like, no, I don't wear. Like he doesn't care if Drew does, but he's like, no, I'm just not gonna wear it. I like it. And and then they head to the party.
Cool. So you do see Drew come out pretty soon after the bell rings, and you see this cutie booty walk out to you, and for as cool as you're trying to be, he is just completely just like oblivious to the social standings, and he is fully dressed in a like Scooby-Doo onesie with like the head up, hood, like Scooby-Doo big nose flapping around as he's like running to your car.
Amazing.
And he just runs up to your car and like smacks his hands on it and says, "Drooby-dooby-doo!" Do you like it? Isn't it so cool?
Dude, are you kidding me? Yeah, no.
People loved it.
It's cool.
People
man.
loved it.
It's cool. Yeah, no, you look.
What are you gonna be? You haven't told me yet.
I think I'm just not gonna wear anything.
You're gonna go to this costume party and not wear a costume.
It's not. I mean, it's a Halloween party. I don't know if they said it's a costume party.
And as soon as you hear that, all of you would get this group message from our lovely friend Chloe. Ding 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 on all of your phones.
Oh, of course.
Um.
Oh shoot. Great.
So for the audio part of the stream, because we do podcasts now, the text message reads, Emily, do you want to read it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It says, "Hey, cool cats and kittens. You are formally invited to Trevor's Halloween party at 10 p.m. tonight, 99 West Dozerman Lane. There will be plenty of tricks and even more treats. Costumes are a must." And then the ghost would be like, "Boo."
Oh, scary. So y'all get that text message to your phones. There's a large ass group thread full of numbers that you don't know, that you've never heard of. Maybe some pop up as people that you may have saved in your phone. But Drew looks at his phone and he shoves it in your face, Larry, and he says, "See, costumes are a must."
Oh shit. Okay.
We could-
I got an idea.
Okay.
And then when we get in the car, come on.
Okay. Ha-ha! He like slams his hands on the dashboard. Let's ride!
Don't you don't have to say that every time, and I slowly back out of
I
the
have
parking
to.
spot. And when we get to my house, I go to my parents' room.
Mm-hmm.
My dad has like kind of just like put my mom's stuff away. And I go to where he used to have her makeup, and I pull this like brown eyeliner out, and I like give myself a goatee, and I put on my green hoodie, and I go like, "Zoinks, dude."
Oh my god. You look
like,
amazing.
Right? Like that'll work.
Oh my
right?
god.
Like,
yeah, we're buds. We are bud costumes. People are gonna get it.
yeah, well, I mean, I hope so. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen.
Can we? Yeah.
Well, no, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, can we like pretend we're actually that? Like, can we like solve a mystery or something? That'd be so cool. Maybe we could find like a Daphne and a Velma and a Fred too at the party. Do you think people would do that?
You know what? Yes, I think that we should do that, and I think that we should solve a mystery tonight.
Mystery.
But we can't know what the case is until we're there, so we'll have to decide.
No, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, but we should solve a mystery tonight.
Okay. Man.
Okay, so
awesome.
Do you want me to kick your ass in Halo?
Not if I kick your ass first. And he like grabs he'll like throw the controller at you.
Just so you know, grammatically that made sense, but not thematically. And I start to, I say that too, like.
Yeah, he like.
We start the match at the same time,
it.
so you know it doesn't really like grammatically that sentence made sense, but that's just not what would happen. In the
okay, shut up. And he presses start, and everything is delicious friendship. Fun.
Yeah, he knows enough to not show up right at 10 p.m., so we probably show up at 10:30.
Amazing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sophie And Felix, are you trick-or-treating?
I like trick or treat on the walk home, and then we would walk up to my house where my mom and my aunts are most definitely also outside, also dressed as witches.
Yeah.
Did you say my mom and my aunts?
Yeah,
Like
I live with
multiple
my
female.
mom and my aunts. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, Coven. All right.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
What? I
What are
don't
you
know.
talking about?
What? I don't say it.
Yeah, I would at least walk up. I don't know if Felix would have made it the whole way, but they would have been thrilled to see me and to see Felix, and would just like fawn over him, especially being in a costume. And I would also then take part in handing out candy and like doing a whole like front yard kind of like haunted house bit.
Yeah, I walk up way far behind and just kind of stand like 30 feet behind, just like on the sidewalk, just kind of staring. And then once they all like take me in, I'll like walk slowly and just kind of stand there. Thank you. I went trick-or-treating for the first time today.
And Sophie, your mom, as she's kind of greeting everybody, coming in and trying to like maintain also giving out all the treats, is like, oh, first time trick-or-treating.
I've never
Did
been
you not?
Never been before because it seems like a safety hazard.
Oh,
What's
wow.
unsafe about trick-or-treating?
Well, people that are observant can know if the second floor bedroom window is unlocked.
That is specific. Can you tell that now? Ooh, do an observation.
Don't
this
worry.
house.
Don't worry. It's not your house. It's your neighbor's house. I just look
Right
over
now. This is happening now.
I just look over to the neighbor's house and I just look up.
Derek, your second floor window is unlocked. What's at the window?
It's the window, bedroom window, south side.
Hey,
Okay,
Derek!
Hey! Jim, I told you to stop leaving that window unlocked!
Oh, good. Okay, good looking out. What, Felix was your name?
Felix, yes.
You know, that is just the kind of observation and love for our neighbors that is makes us all just such a good tight-knit family here, right Sophie?
Right, yeah, we're always talking about how community is key, and then it's the family that you have and the family that you make.
Exactly. And Felix, you can be a part of this family if you need to be. If you need someone to take you trick-or-treating.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I prefer to stay on my own though for now, but I appreciate your offer of a family.
Well, it's always here whenever you're ready. And she like puts her arm around Sophie and squeezes your shoulder a little bit. We're just glad that our Soph could give you some companionship as much as you want.
Thank you. I'm just staring at that window on this neighbor's house.
Okay, well, yeah.
I bet you there's someone in there right now.
Yeah, probably. It's a bedroom.
No, someone who shouldn't be in there.
What? Did you see somebody go in?
Is he taking his role very seriously?
I just start like walking, taking a few steps towards that window.
Felix.
Yeah, hey, sorry. I turned back. Yes. Sorry.
Did you want me to, maybe I could like add some more some makeup to your costume?
Do you think I need it?
That's just like a little touch up. Like I was gonna do a little bit more on mine before we go.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
That's probably what we would do till we.
Cool. And of course, your mom has like a really nice dinner made. She's really very into the Halloween spirit, just like you. All your aunts are around the table, asking Felix probably way too deeply personal questions, and I would imagine Felix is answering very, very honestly. But they're all just taken.
Not Angie playing my mom, essentially, in another. and trying to adopt more people.
Yes, it's just your mom is just Rosie and just wants more kids. But no, the night is very cute, and Felix, you can decide whether or not down the line this affects you, but they're all very taken with you, and you know, you've for a little bit, maybe your little ghouly heart is a little bit warmed by this acceptance of you.
Yep, I just sit there and like answer the questions kind of quiet but honestly, and then eat a little bit, but clearly it makes me uncomfortable to eat.
Yeah.
But it seems just doing it just to like be nice.
Where's that piece of candy, by the way?
In my pocket.
Still in your pocket? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just curious. Okay, so then last but not least, we will... Did you have anything, Chloe, between getting out of school and going to Trevor's with your crew that you needed to accomplish?
We probably need to stop by like a bakery. Like I placed an order at some really bougie bakery for like treats for the night, and I have to go pick those up. But everything else we've already gotten.
Okay, cool. So you can roll yourself right into, and I'm gonna pull a Zach on this. Pardon me.
Do it, pull a Zach.
Maybe I won't. My poor computer, it just never... So you can leave school, Talia and Devin, pop in your car. Do you drive? I should have asked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, you all pop into your car, and as you're walking out, and this is a little bit of a narrative for you, Larry, as you were peeling out and of the parking lot, and Drew was like, "Let's ride, buddies," on your dashboard. As you peel out of the parking lot, you do see Devin, Talia, and Chloe walking towards her car, and that's all.
Drew would probably see me just kind of like zone out for a moment as I look in that direction, and just kind of take in a deep inhale through my nose, and watch the direction that they go, and then turn my attention back to Drew.
Yeah. Drew tries to see where you're looking as he's doing that, as you're kind of zoning out, and he unfortunately misses, based on the movement, the gaze that you are holding.
Yeah.
And does see Sophie and Felix walking starting to walk through the neighborhoods, the residential area, and he just looks at you and he goes, yeah, she is really cute, isn't she?
And do I know who he's talking about? Do I know that he's talking about Sophie, or do I not know who he's talking about?
You just hear him say, "She's really cute, isn't she?" And you could, if you wanted to. No, never mind. I was gonna say, I wish there was like some sort of perception check situation. I always want there to be like a perception check. No, you just hear him say, yeah, she's really cute.
Yeah. I guess so. And then I get in the car.
Buddies!
There, you don't have to say that every time.
Amazing. Okay. So
Party!
yeah, so Chloe and your companions, you stop by Smell the Flowers. It's the local kind of bougie bakery. Flowers, obviously, Flowers, Flours. And you pop in, you get your very fancy, very expensive cake.
Nice.
That your parents gave you, I'm sure, as much budget as you needed.
Is there is weed legal in this unnamed Midwestern state?
Oh, absolutely not. But
Okay.
you know where to get it.
Okay, for sure.
You know,
that was
and
the plan, but
Trevor, your boyfriend, who we can, you're on your way to his house, and you realize you didn't see him at school today, but that's not unusual based on the fact that, you know, he's had this Halloween party like once or twice now, because I think he's a senior. So he really wants this to be like his last shebang. And I'll pop him into here for everybody to see. Handsome babyface Trevor. With a thick neck. Matt pointed out. So you didn't see him at school today. You were texting. You're not too concerned about it. But you expect him, to show up be at his house when you get there.
Okay.
No. Did that answer you?
Yeah.
I lost sight of
so
it because I got so excited to show you Trevor.
No. So yeah, I probably told Trevor to like work on, like, my goal is to have like a cake similarly sized to this one that is infused, and that was like his job today, was to do that.
Yeah, and he absolutely, so he definitely, let's just say you roll up to Trevor's house, prime parking right in that like 3-car garage. 2 of the cars are gone.
Yes.
It's only Trevor's car. His parents have purposely made themselves scarce because they are the parents that say, if you're going to do it in the safety of our home. So they have made themselves scarce, maybe taken themselves on a nice little like movie and date, and maybe you're staying the night in a hotel somewhere. So you roll up, and I'm going to go ahead, and by now, by the time you've gotten the cake, you scramble emergency bought some extra stuff for Devin and Talia at the little pop-up Halloween store down at the strip mall. It's getting to be like 5 or 6 o'clock now. It's starting to get dark. And you roll up to our little Trevi boys' house for the party. And you see, as you walk in, you see Trevor is re-fucking laxing on the couch. And as all 3 of you walk in, he just pops his head up and he's like, "Babe, I did the cake.
You did the
I
cake?
did the cake.
Does it look as good as this cake?" When I open the box.
He like hops up. Oh.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it right now. Don't eat it.
I want to eat it so bad.
Where's your costume?
I want to eat it so bad.
Did you iron your costume?
I
told you to iron your costume.
He like
you can
starts
eat it
getting,
later.
like all up in your face. Like, I want to eat
I
it
just
so
like
bad.
hand
right?
it to Devin and like nudge her to the kitchen.
Babe. Okay. Full disclosure.
You ate some cake.
I didn't eat the cake that I made, but I used whatever I didn't put in the cake.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but did you iron your costume?
No. I can do it. I'll do it right now. And
okay, go iron your costume. Do you have any left?
He grabs your face, he kisses you, and then he runs upstairs. I will do it right now. And he like runs like a little kid up the stairs.
I immediately like hang my costume up somewhere so it doesn't wrinkle. and then start like getting out all of the decorating stuff that I have. It's definitely like black and purple and like kind of witchy, but also like an amount of glitter that Trevor's parents are never going to get out of their house.
Amen. And before we get too deep into the party, we'll let these preparations happen. Devin and Talia have gone into the kitchen to start decorating there. Trevor is upstairs ironing his costume and trying really, really hard to do the pencilist thin mustache.
Amazing.
And we're gonna take a little bit of a bio break and come right back into this party.
Alrighty, we'll be right back.
We're back.
I'm so
And there's
drunk.
Gonna
Yeah.
be a party. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna cut to the tip top of this party. Chloe, I gotta ask. You have been here prepping and decorating and getting everything ready. Trevor looks fucking incredible. Talia and Devin really outdid themselves. Talia, like, honestly, maybe single-handedly because nobody else was focused, just decorated this entire place with everything that you purchased. Has the food and drink all set up in like an amazing way. There's little name placards for everything. Everything's themed. It honestly is like a picture of perfection. Really solidifying some very high level friendship values for you and Talia. Not gonna lie, Devin did slack a little bit. You did get in a little bit of a fight because she is the one that's the best at makeup, and she, for some fucking reason, was refusing to work on Trevor's, especially the like under the eye kind of like dark circle situation. And there's a little bit of a tiff there, but you've had a couple drinks, you've pre-gamed, you're as friendly as ever. And she kind of comes up to you as people start arriving to this party, and she's just like, hey, I'm really sorry that I don't know, I just don't want to like help him, you know, and it's not because of like what happened, but it's just
no,
like,
Devin, that's weird. Like it's fine if you like just don't want to do any more makeup or whatever, but like you're being real weird about it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but just maybe like don't ask me anymore, because then Talia starts getting weird about it, and like I don't want her to like. Why
don't you two just talk? Just go talk right now. Here. And we're like right next to a table. I'll like pour a shot and hand it to her. Take this. I'll hand her another one. Take this. Go take that to Talia. Go. Just talk. Just go talk.
Okay. Fucking fine. And she like turns around with like a little slight side smile and like walks over to go find Talia. What you said, Zach, you and do you think you got Drew to come to the party, or?
I hope so. He would really work at it.
I think that he really, really put up a fight, but I think as soon as you probably were like, okay, I'm going without you, he probably would have nutted up and.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Do you maintain the costume?
Yeah, I think yeah. It might look a little faded at this point. He's not like re-upped it, but it does have like, just like the green.
So it's like a half-assed Shaggy.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. So Drew walks in, and for as bubbly, you and Drew walk in together about 10:30. For as bubbly as he's been this entire time with you, the minute you get to the party, he is a nervous wreck, and you can see like beads of sweat kind of dripping down where he has the hood of the Scooby-Doo costume. He's kind of like pulling at the edges, trying to like air himself out, and he's just like, okay, man, we don't have to stay very long if you don't want to.
I look at him. Okay, man. Yeah, thank you for giving me that permission. I'll let you know if I do want to leave. I think what would be helpful for both of us, you and me, I'm looking for a little liquid courage myself. Maybe we should get a drink. You want to get a drink, bud? Kind of loosen up?
Yeah, we can get a
Hey,
drink.
if you're uncomfortable, we don't have to, but I think it might
No,
help
I
us.
think it would be, I think you're right.
Hey, you're my buddy. We're here with two people we trust. I don't think we need to be worried about, we're buddies. Come on.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And kind of that gets him a little more pumped, and he kind of follows you.
Let's go get a fucking Scooby Snack.
And he like zooms in.
And I just kind of like, I just like pause for a second, and I go to where I smell the alcohol.
Amazing. You will find all of the sustenance you require at this party, and this goes for everybody. I kind of do have a little bit of it's not so much a map as it is just a list of locations. It's a typical big freaking mansion. Can people on the stream see it?
They can if they want to. It's up to you.
Okay. I do. I mean, so can they see the Roll20? I guess is what I.
As of right now, no, but they will be able to if you need me to show them something.
Yeah, can you pop up the screen that's on there right now? Yeah, just show them what we got going on. We got this lovely little house. I think the pride and joy of this decorating committee is the LED light fixtures that Trevor got his sibling Riley to install. Riley is home from college, and they are pretty good with tech. They're studying lighting at the university, and so they were using all of their first semester knowledge to really go ham on the glowing orange and purple and pink and like fluctuating light system.
Dope.
And so this party is lit. You walk in, you see Chloe and Trevor at the drink station. You see Talia and Devin that you know are juniors as well. All of you are juniors except Felix, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. You see Trevor and Caleb and Carver over sitting on the couch with a drink, and you also see the only person you haven't really met and don't really know, which is who I mentioned earlier, Trevor's sibling, his older sibling Riley. They are, like I said, home from university. They're just a little bit older than Trevor, and y'all, as a tight-knit community, would know that before they went to college, they did used to run in the same crew as Talia, Chloe, and Devin. They were all pretty close friends. So, you walk in and you're going immediately to the drinks. So
we head to the drinks. I don't know if I like expected seeing like literally everybody like right here, and then I'm like, of course, like that's stupid. I should have expected to see everybody here. But
you were trying not to be the first, but you didn't think you might be the last.
Yeah, I didn't think of the implications of not being the first. And I kind of just kind of like nod to in the general direction of everyone, and immediately go over and find whatever brown liquor I can, and I pour it into red Solo cups, and I hand Drew one, and I say, the first one's the hardest, let's just down it.
Okay, and he like doesn't even wait for you. He just chugs the whole thing.
And I chug it.
Oh,
it's just so spicy.
Yeah.
I try to
I feel warmer.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Is that supposed to happen?
Yep. And I pour another one. We can
Another
sip
one?
on this. We
Okay.
can sip on this one if you want to sip on this one. Actually, put some
I don't
coke in
know.
it. Put some coke in it.
Probably tastes worse.
It won't taste
Ugh.
worse. It won't taste worse with coke in it. Just put some coke in it. And I put some
Okay.
coke in mine.
Okay.
And I sip on it, and as I sip on it,
And you see all this, Chloe, because unless you want to be somewhere else, you are by the drinks because the cake is your pride and joy. The infused cake and the very expensive bakery cake.
Yeah, I'm right there. I would go up to the two of you and say, "Hey, Scooby-Doo and Dirty Man in Hoodie."
No, that's Shaggy.
Yeah,
I guess he is
I
kind of dirty.
was trying to be Shaggy.
Okay, whatever. Do you guys want a piece of cake?
Yeah. Oh man, this looks great. And Drew immediately takes the cake and like the fork out and just eats it.
I like very
turns it.
slowly take mine and like take a little bite, and then I'm like kind of like nodding my head to the music. So, Chloe, how have you been?
Pretty good, you know. Planning this party. Do you want a drink? Did you get a drink?
Yeah, I got a drink.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Been a
Hung
while.
out, since we've hung out, you know.
yeah. I mean, you should call me sometime. I'm around. I'm just hanging out.
Are
Are you okay?
yeah, no, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's a party, man. Come on, it's a party.
It's a party. Try this cake. It's so good.
You should go dance, and I'm gonna
Drew,
just
like,
nudge you
holds
out
this
onto the
plate.
dance floor.
I watch you go out to the dance floor.
You should go.
What are you talking about?
You should go. She's asking you to dance. She gave you cake and she's asking you to dance.
Listen, I don't know why you're so quick to forgive her.
Oh. I guess I just part of the good time.
And she just like left us, man. Like, aren't you mad about that? She's used to hang with us all the time.
People they want to do other stuff.
Yeah, no,
sometimes.
you're right. And I just put down the Coke or the cake, and I just start chugging my Coke and whiskey. And as I do that, I kind of look around the party. My eyes, my pupils narrow as I kind of scan about, and I take in a couple sniffs. And I would like to roll with my dark and use my heightened senses to figure out some stuff about this location if I can.
Yeah. While you do that, can I ask you a question?
Of course, please.
When Drew puts his cake down next to your cake, to go dance and drink, was there a bite of the cake taken?
Out of mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did give them both infused cake, by the way.
Cool. I caught that in your little eyeballs.
So I'm gonna roll with my dark, which
Okay.
is a -1, and just kind of see what I can figure out. That is that is 10 on the die -1, so that's a 9.
A 9, and you said this is with your
My
special ability.
Yeah, my heightened senses, so I can ask one of these following questions.
Okay.
And then take one forward. I think the question I am going to choose, just kind of in this moment, as I'm looking out at Chloe as she's dancing, and time kind of like slows, and like my nostrils widen as I just inhale deeply in my nose. What is their secret weakness?
And this is about Chloe.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
it says that's one of the questions I can ask, so I want to know what Chloe's secret weakness is in this moment. And you can be as vague as you want. I'm totally fine with vague from what I would see. And Angie can describe this, Emily can describe this, whatever.
No, I think Emily.
This is free flowing.
Emily, if you're cool with it,
Yeah. Her biggest weakness, you said?
Secret weakness.
Biggest secret weakness.
Not biggest secret weakness, just secret weakness. You can answer that however you want.
Weakness. She doesn't deal with her feelings as much as it seems like she might.
I think that the way that I noticed that with my heightened senses is I see like my eyes like narrow in on a vein pulsing on her neck, and I notice that the rhythm is much I don't know, would you say slower than you would think it would be, or faster than you think it would be? Like slower, like suppressing it, or like faster, like anxious under the surface?
I'd say faster. Like she's just like thinking about everything all the time, but plays.
Okay,
it really
yeah.
well.
So like it looks like she's kind of smooth and chill, but I notice like kind of a racing pulse, and that's what I see in that moment. And I just finished my drink, and I see that Carver is here, and I just kind of dead-eye him.
Cool. Yeah, he hasn't quite noticed you yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
and I'll like
as
be looking in his direction as I just casually talk to Drew at that table for now.
yeah, and Drew's like already like two shots in and some infused cake, and he is loose.
Love it. Love that.
And
for Drew.
around that time, Sophie and Felix, do you think you would have been one of the first to arrive, or are you arriving around the time that around 10:30 when Drew and Larry thought that they would be?
I think around
Fred.
around that time is when
Okay.
I would try and get there.
Yeah, I'm just following Sophie.
But like not on
Yeah.
purpose, because you just got caught up talking with your mom and just you
Yeah.
No,
You're
I'm
like,
just
we
kidding.
gotta go, Mom, we gotta go. And she's like, oh yeah, but two more pictures of the zombie.
I like how dark your house
It's
is.
turned into like prom.
It is kind of prom for
It's
my
prom,
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm just standing
It's
in
prom
a dark
and
corner.
Christmas.
Just put this. It's a corsage. You don't have to ask what it is. It's fine. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
Just living. Am I gonna hurt? Don't. I
Zombies
don't want to
wear
hurt you. I don't
flowers
want to hurt you.
sometimes.
They like pin a corsage. It definitely like goes right in your skin, but you just don't do anything.
Oh my god.
It feels good.
It feels good to feel something.
Sorry.
So y'all walk in. I keep wanting to just say Zach, Larry and Drew have begun their vibing on the dance floor with Chloe, and then y'all pop in. Party is lit. Party is popping. You look and you see kind of what I described with the orange and fluctuating lights. And the kitchen is drinks. There is an upstairs that you would assume is where the bathroom and full of many rooms to do many dark deeds reside, but primarily the party is here, the living room, and on the back deck in like the backyard area.
I would go kind of like looking for one of the two kind of host people, but just kind of like making my own way over to like the drink table. Would put like an unmarked bottle of like a orangish tan liquid. Just kind of like announcing to nobody that like my Aunt Tilda gave me this mead. She said it's tradition for Samhain.
Hey, Sophie. Hey, what's up? I didn't think you'd be here.
Hey, Larry. Yeah, hi. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, you look. It's such a cool outfit. That's awesome. It makes sense. This is why you play a wizard.
Thanks. Yeah, and that's such a good Shaggy.
Oh my God! Thank you. That's wow. That's cool.
Yes,
hey,
she's
Drew.
Shaggy.
Drew, Sophie's here.
Hi, Sophie.
Hey, Drew.
He's Shaggy. No one else gets it. And
Yeah.
Drew is like sweating, like perspiring more than usual. Like his eyes are like wide.
He's like wearing one of those like wool costumes. It's like
Yeah,
so,
he's
it's
like in a child's costume, quite frankly, and just like so happy to see you. Hi, Sophie.
Hi,
The
Drew.
cake
Or should I
by
say?
the cake.
Should I say Golthrax?
I should have dressed up as Goldthrax. Honestly,
No one would have
like
got
this
it,
was
though.
a great idea.
Mm.
Yeah, but it would have been cool for us.
Yeah, would have been.
Someone's died in this house before.
Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't. Oh,
So
hi.
spooky.
If you,
Who are you supposed to be?
I'm a zombie.
Oh, are you like a clairvoyant zombie, and that's how you know someone died?
I can just sense it on the air. I have a sixth sense.
Oh, he's from the Sixth Sense.
Oh,
I get it.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it.
I must not have. You must be like that's a niche. I don't remember all of the people that he sees. Are you one of the? Are you
I'm
the one
pretty
hanging
sure there
from
was a
the
zombie.
one hanging from the ceiling?
Strangulation, I think, is the cause of death in this house.
I was committed.
Oh,
Um.
yeah. I think this is a bit that he's doing, but
Oh.
I was on the text chain of from Chloe with just a bunch of other numbers on it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I take the phone out and I just pick a random number in that text chain
Uh-huh.
and then text it separately and text and say, watch behind you. And then I just look up and try to see if anyone responds to it.
Ding.
Um,
No, just kidding.
roll. Can you? I'm just telling Matt everything to roll. Can you
I
do
love
a
it.
gaze into the abyss with that?
Yes.
Because you get lucid
All those
vision,
gays
because
in
you-
the abyss.
Yeah, those gays. Just
Into the Abyss is a, let's see, it's a plus dark. Ooh, so I got an 8.
an 8. Okay. So as you're looking out onto this whole partyscape here, and you've texted this random number, your vision kind of blurs a little bit, and you see a pair of hands kind of pop out into, and actually, hang on.
What? But that's spooky.
Is it playing? Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see a pair of hands,
I turned the volume too low.
and they kind of pop out, and then before you know it, you're back into like gazing over this party, and then you see the hands again, this time clenched around something, and then back to the party. And I feel like this is something that you are familiar with in your observations, is like you're not unsettled by this sense of like vision reaction, but you've never, calm down, you've never, did you hear that?
Yeah.
He's a little scared. You've never quite had like this ample of like an anatomical vision. It's been, kind of abstract pictures. It's been, things that are, you could describe as feelings almost, but this is almost as if it's a memory, or like a reenactment of sorts. And it's not happening to you. You're seeing it from above. You're seeing hands go down onto something. And then after the last vision kind of clears and you kind of come to, you do see from across the party, Trevor sitting on the couch looking at his phone.
I walk over to him.
Okay, bye. You hanging out with him?
Yeah, we were, but I guess I don't know. He can do what he wants.
No, it's just I've never really seen him before. Do I know him?
Yeah, he's culinary school. He's a freshman, so maybe that's it.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's
Was
kind of
he the one
morbid.
that did the bus thing?
Yeah, that's kind of morbid that he's like playing a zombie, right?
Oh, that's kind of metal.
Kind of, it's kind of
I don't
cool.
know, I think,
it's
like-
kinda cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
Kind
maybe
of
in a
have
cool
like
way.
a newer respect for him.
Yeah, honestly, he also like seemed really committed to the bit. Like with that kind of like commitment, like maybe he'd be good in the group. Like
I was gonna ask him actually. I don't know if he plays D&D, but
it seems like he'd be down for roleplay.
Yeah.
as long as you can like stop trying to seduce every barmaid, I think you'd like you really maybe scare people away. I think.
Sorry.
Chloe, do you think you'll ever come back and play with us?
What? I come up with a tray of
Do you
Jello
think you-
shots that are in like little cauldrons. You guys
You
need
ever wanna-
shots?
These are so cute.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Okay.
you.
What I was saying is, do you want to play ever again
these are
with
strong.
Play what?
us? D&D.
No, I mean, why? No. No.
I mean, yeah, sure, maybe sometime.
Yes, the gang's back.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
Drew
just let me
like
know.
wanders off and starts dancing.
Hey, have you seen Trevor? I haven't been able to find him for a minute.
You
He's
mean
over
Also,
there.
the Gomez?
Yes.
I saw him when we came in, but I didn't see which way he was going.
Can you guys hand out the rest of these Jello shots for me?
Yep, and I just started taking them.
And
Maybe
you
he was
take them.
He was with Devin?
He was with Devin.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw.
I sat down next to Trevor on the couch after I saw him answer the phone. He's just like sitting on the couch?
Well, he was sitting on the couch and he was sitting with Carver and Caleb, just shooting the shit, having some drinks. And since then, Carver and Caleb have both gone to the back deck area, presumably to smoke weed.
Gotcha. I sit down right next to Trevor.
He kind of like doesn't really say anything. It's just like,
I look him in the eye. Hey, do you remember me? The bus accident kid?
oh, hey, yeah.
I put my arm around him. I get him
Oh,
really close.
Hey,
You know,
man.
when that bus hit me, I felt every broken bone. It's like it happened in slow motion. Imagine the worst possible pain and magnify it 10 times. And it was pain and agony until nothing, and I was dead.
He just kind of looks at you.
I have my ability ending. You remember every detail of your death. When you tell someone about it, give them the condition morbid, and then I roll to turn them on with my cold.
Okay, well, I am working.
Felix coming for my man.
I'm really
Morbid.
glad that I didn't play the Hollow because it's essentially the same.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I'm
okay.
gonna turn them on with a +2 for my cold.
Who knows what
so-
I'm
What is
playing
that?
as?
That's a 7.
Okay. So he kind of like at first is like trying to kind of get out of your grasp and is just like, hey man, I'm sorry, I don't know you like that. And then as you're kind of like going deeper and deeper into this tale, he is like his breathing changes a little bit, and he gets kind of like in the almost the same way that earlier you and Carver were kind of exchanging a stare off. He's like in your eyes. He's like like watching and feeling this with you. And he is going to give you the reaction, I promise something I think you want. And so like in hearing this tale, he's like, yeah, that must have been really hard, man. That really sucks. Like,
Listen,
I've gotten
Trevor-
hit in football and stuff, but it doesn't seem anything like
Trevor,
that.
there's nothing like this ever, and I think that you will feel something like it soon. I think you are in danger, Trevor. There's something wrong about this house. I know. I have a sixth sense. I can feel it. Now, if you don't want to die an excruciating death, and believe me, I know excruciating death, you will figure out what's going on in this house with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I stand up and I walk back over to the kitchen.
Yeah, he like stands up with you, like almost as if he's entranced by this new mission in life.
I lead Trevor
you.
back over to the rest of the group in the kitchen and say, Trevor, do you have something to say to the group?
Trevor, there you are. Where have you been?
Hey, man, life is so fragile. Life is so fragile, and we have to do what we need to do on this earth and tell the people we love that we love them.
Yes.
I love you, Chloe. I love you, and I love us, and I love what we have, and I love this deal that we've struck. I love that you get to be yourself, and I love that I get to be myself, and I just love everybody here. And he like grabs your face, Felix, and he just kisses you right on the mouth and pulls away, and then he kisses Chloe right on the mouth and then pulls away, and he's just like, fuck, man.
I storm past them and shoulder check Trevor.
Oh man, no, love. We have to love, right, Felix? This life is precious.
I walk outside to where the twins are.
Okay, noted.
I'm gonna try to subtly get away from Trevor and follow him because she does not want to say I love you back to him.
Yeah. Where do you
Trevor,
go?
I love that.
I'll go to the
I love that too. This guy right here. This guy right here. And he points to you, Felix. He is onto something. Something is happening in this house, in this life. Like this house right here is not right.
That was my first kiss.
Oh man.
Oh God.
And he's like, do you want, I mean, she's gone. Do you want another one? Because
Just said I love you.
Look,
no rush.
It was just
all,
what was going
man.
on with the house? I forgot. I forgot about the house.
Oh no. Meanwhile, what did you say? Where did you say you were gonna go? Chloe.
I'm gonna follow Larry out onto the back porch.
Okay. Cool. So Larry and Chloe leave Trevor and Felix and Sophie stewing in what just happened here. We'll come back to that, Felix, so you worry. So y'all go out and you feel just the crispest, freshest night air. The fog has dissipated a little bit in terms of thickness, but there's still kind of like a dewy vibe out here on these crispy, fresh leaves. There's not a lot of people out here. Carver and Caleb are like in the yard somewhere. They're not on the back deck. There's a couple people smoking weed, sitting in some lawn chairs on the corner. And then you see Trevor's sibling Riley on their phone and sitting in one of the chairs as well as you walk out.
I like walk out and take a deep breath, and I'm looking for the weed.
Hey, Larry. What's your deal, man?
What are you talking about?
You like bumped into Trevor as you walked past him.
Yeah,
I mean, I wanted to get away too, but
because Trevor's an asshole. And I don't know why you waste your time with him.
he's not really an asshole.
No, he's an asshole, and you're smart enough to know
No, he's
that.
not.
Whatever.
It's fine. Like, it's not a big deal, you know?
Listen, we're not friends anymore, Chloe, so you can do whatever you want, okay? You don't need my opinion.
We're not friends anymore? What did I do to you? What's your deal?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Cool. Cool, Chloe.
Well, because we used to hang out and now we don't hang out. I'm the bad guy.
Whose fault is that?
I don't think it's anybody's fault. People make new friends. People move on. Like, what?
Yeah, you.
Are you taking it so personally?
Over your shoulder, Larry, before you have a chance to respond, you just hear a voice say, "Yeah, she stopped hanging out with me too." And you look over and you see Trevor's sibling Riley pop up from their phone with like just a big shit-eating grin on their face.
Well,
I wouldn't take it personally.
You went to college. That's different. And I'll go over and give them a big hug.
As soon as she like goes over to give a big hug, I walk away.
Oh, I think we've offended him.
Whatever. I don't know what his deal is. We used to be friends and now we're not friends, so I'm an asshole, I guess.
Well, what did he do that you perceive might have ended the friendship?
I don't know. I just like started hanging out with you guys, with like different people. I mean, I invited him to this party, didn't I? Like,
yeah, but babes, you made new friends and you left him behind.
well, he could have made new friends. It's not my fault he didn't make new friends. I'm sure you've made lots of new friends at college.
Yeah, but you knew I was making those new friends and you had time to come along if you wanted. So I'm not saying you're the asshole.
Well, he doesn't have to be an asshole to Trevor about it, you know?
Well, everybody should be an asshole to Trevor, but that's
I
my
mean,
opinion.
you're not wrong.
Where is Trevor?
He's inside. He just told me that he loves me and I ran away. I think he's kissing the zombie.
Oh, I have to see this. And they'll get up and follow kind of Larry back to the main
No,
part
Larry
of the house.
does not walk inside.
Where do you, I was going to say then where
Larry
do you go?
walks further out on the deck and says, "Hey, Carver!"
Oh, fuck.
Larry's kind of mad right now after that
Okay.
interaction.
We're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
So hang tight to that. So Riley will grab Chloe's hand and pull her back into the party. Sophie, are you still hanging out in this?
I'm like now on a kick of like life is precious, and we should
And
be.
Trevor's in your face. Yes.
The most of it, we should be eating cake.
Eat the
Drinking
cake.
what we want, and we should read. We should read books not just because we have to, but because we want to read books. We gotta read those books for fun, and we gotta kiss when we want to kiss, and I kiss Trevor.
Wow.
Trevor like pulls back and immediately. So what you walk into?
Yes.
Chloe and Riley walk into Sophie grabbing Trevor by the face and just planting a big kiss on him. And then Trevor's like, "Yeah, kiss who we want to kiss, babe."
Kiss who we want to kiss. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love this woman.
Uh-huh.
And you see Riley behind you, like they grab your hand and squeeze it behind you. And they're like, Trevor. Like from behind you, kiss. And Trevor comes in and just grabs your face and kisses you if you let him.
Yeah, I'll let him. I just kind of like pat him on the cheek. So more shots. Yes, more shots.
Wait,
Everybody, yes.
everyone stop. I believe that we are all going to die quickly.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Then we need more shots, and I'm gonna just go grab some shots.
And in that moment, as Trevor is saying, yes, this is what I'm talking about, he, because of what you rolled, and he feels that pull of wanting to give something to you, Felix, he stops. And it's not obvious to anyone in this circle, Sophie and Chloe, who don't want to see it. But there's a moment where he looks at Felix very pensively, one could say morbidly, and takes your hand, Felix, and pulls you aside and says, if there really is danger, where is the danger?
We need to search the house, every inch of it. I'll go upstairs.
I'll come with you.
I start to jog over to the stairs to go upstairs.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything. He just comes with you.
Yeah.
He doesn't relate this to anybody. So you two just go upstairs, and everybody sees Trevor and Felix go upstairs, and I mean everybody except Larry, who's outside. Y'all just see Felix and Trevor very, very quickly and frantically run up the stairs.
Woo!
Guess it's more than kiss who we want, huh?
Okay. Are you all right? Are you, Riley?
Yeah. Let's get some more shots and some more of that cake, and let's go dance.
Okay.
Where are Devin and Talia? I haven't seen them all night.
You haven't seen them all night, and you won't see them for a second because we're gonna cut out back to Larry, who has, you said you just yelled at Carver.
I said, hey, Carver.
Carver kind of turns around, and he's with Caleb and a couple of their other basketball buddies. And he just kind of wheels around and sees you and like rolls his eyes and goes back to the group.
Oh, you know, it's so funny. When I went to Party City, I was looking and they were all out of little bitch costumes, and I can see why now.
You see Caleb immediately shoot a look to you and then back to Carver. And there's like this moment of like, is he gonna do something? And it passes. And nothing really happens. And they kind of just continue.
There's a low growl that comes from deep within me, and I just say, yeah, I'd be afraid of me too. And I will storm inside and walk to the kitchen.
Nice. Okay. I love that. I wish I could give you DM inspiration. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do this because I can.
Okay, please.
Go ahead and mark an experience.
Okay.
For yourself.
Thank you.
You didn't fail anything.
No.
But you did grow a little bit. And since we're not like going a long game, you know, that's to the growth.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Where would you pull into the party? I would like to say also then, if that's the case and that's the amount, I was going to leave room for if like a big altercation happened, but if that's the amount of time that took, you would have been walking back inside, and if you're going back through the living room, you would see Trevor and Felix frantically run upstairs.
I use that distraction of everyone looking at that to grab something from the kitchen that would be right there, and I'll message you what it is.
Okay.
And I then take a couple drinks, and
Cool.
I'm just there, kind of stewing at the table. And I'll message you right now. What it was.
I would like to ask a question.
Okay.
Sophie, you had some cake.
Mhm.
Yeah. Chloe, did you have some cake?
Full servings. Some
Felix,
early, like
how many?
before people got here. One before people got there, and then she just had another one.
Okay. And then Felix, did you have any cake?
No.
Okay,
That
cool.
has had nothing to eat or drink.
Amazing.
Larry had a bite.
So anybody who has
Maybe a couple bites.
who has had the cake, you now are all under the condition of obliterated.
What?
I just made that up.
Oh, like we're like
basically,
really fucked up.
This cake is fucking you up,
Okay.
and maybe not in a way that is
Cool.
normal for an edible.
Okay.
But you don't know that yet. You're just really fucking obliterated.
Sophie's eating. I'm just like, this is good. What strain is this?
Larry was already drinking a lot too, so Larry's feeling out of control right now.
Amazing. What did you say? You are gonna message me. Did you do that already?
Yep. Message you
How
on
dare you.
Discord.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Great.
How dare you guys?
Nothing to see here. Okay.
I mean, that wouldn't be hard to grab, right?
Secrets don't make friends.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard
Absolutely
to grab.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
you
I have a
all
hoodie,
see-
so I just stash it.
You all see Larry come back in the room. I would say because of the obliterated condition, you all don't clock that. And he's in and out, and you don't even see him. Chloe, you said you were looking to see where Talia and Devin are.
Yeah.
So it's been about, I would say, between the partying and the drugs taking effect and the drink and the conversation, it's probably getting around like 11:45 midnight at this point. And so do you separate to see if you can find Devin and Talia, or are you just like casually?
I'm just kind of casually looking for them at first, and then if I can't find them, I'd probably like ask around a little bit.
Do you
Okay.
ever... Would you ever go upstairs looking for them?
I think that I would really try not to, and if I really couldn't find them anywhere downstairs, then I would go upstairs. But I would try to like resist going upstairs.
Don't forget, you can also text in this world.
Yeah.
So that's for everybody.
That's a good point.
I know
So,
we're
no,
all
as soon as I
together.
can't
so
find
there's
them,
no- yeah.
I'm gonna message our group chat with me and Talia and Devin and say, "Where the fuck are you bitches?"
Cool. So you send that message. A couple minutes go by. You don't get any response. You see, maybe briefly, you're super obliterated. So you see what maybe you think is the like texting dots, like the messaging dots, and then they go away. But you can't really be sure. And as you're on your phone, Riley kind of like presses their chin to your shoulder and is like, "What is up with you tonight? You are tense."
I just worked really hard on this party. That's all.
And people are having fun. Do you see? Look at Sophie. That's your name, right? Sophie, look at Sophie. She's having a blast.
I'm having a blast.
Look at her. She's
You're
cute.
right.
Look at her little face.
She is cute, and I'm glad that you're having fun. I don't know. Trevor's been just kind of an asshole, and I worked really hard on this party, and he's gonna get all the credit for it, like he does every year. And
I mean, yeah, but
Ugh, fuck men, am I right?
yes,
Yes.
that Sophie. You
then
are my new
also-
favorite.
also, Larry like stormed out, and like it was, I don't know. I heard that he like beat the shit out of somebody a couple weeks ago, and I'm a little bit worried that he's just like angry and drunk somewhere. And
Oh, did he not? Trevor told me it was Carver.
oh,
Yeah.
so even worse. Wasn't he outside?
Technically I'm now back in the kitchen, So I am there, but I'm just like in a stupor, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So you didn't grab a knife and go somewhere? You just grabbed a knife and stashed it, and you're just hanging out?
Grabbed what?
What? Sorry.
I just used the distraction of everybody doing that, and they obliterated, and I just grabbed the knife and I put it in my hoodie pocket, and I'm just chilling there now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, no one knows what it is.
Yeah.
So pretend I didn't say that. Sorry. Wow, I'm really disappointed in myself.
No,
you're obliterated. It's fine.
okay. Yeah, you're obliterated.
As Riley was like,
But we can still say I was just talking to Drew on like the other side, so like that conversation 100% still could have happened. But you don't have to like. You're not worried that I'm like outside, like I'm right over there.
Cool. So yeah, you and Drew probably then we'll just say for the sake of this conversation have made your way like to the couch, couches and stuff, and are hanging with those.
No, I mean multi-classing is. I mean, no, it's good, but like also like the characters. They're built for like getting better at every single level, and like you can like kind of like find the loopholes in the system. But for me, it's just kind of like fun to like do what they do, you know?
Yeah, but what I want is to be a paladin artificer, right? And so what it is
no, I get
like,
it. No, you don't have to say what it is. I know what it is. Yeah. I just don't think I don't think their name should be you. I think that's gonna be very confusing.
No, it's gonna be.
Just don't do that to Sophie. Just don't do that to Sophie.
I'll think about it. Think about it.
Hey,
full disclosure. You
Drew.
don't like. Okay, what?
Sorry, wait, what?
Nothing. What were you gonna say?
No, I don't like Sophie. No, it's fine. You're good with her.
Okay.
No. And I like immediately like I'm no longer talking about what you want to talk about.
Yeah. And Drew is immediately just like grinning, and like all of the weed just repulses into his cheeks, and
hey,
like
man,
red.
No matter what happens tonight, just know that like you really are my best friend.
Whoa. Are you gonna remember this in the morning?
No.
Okay, I'll ask you.
No, I mean it, man. Seriously, like you're my best friend, and
Whoa.
I don't know. I know I get angry sometimes, and I do stupid decisions, and I'm gonna keep doing that because it's fun and I like it. But.
Dude.
Nothing is ever gonna be your fault, okay? Just know that.
Okay.
Like, know that.
Okay. He kind of looks at you pensively for a moment.
Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Nothing's happening. I just like you know what? You only live once, and I just feel like we should.
That's
just
true.
kind of.
They were yelling that.
Yeah.
Drake.
Well, you did say if I'm your best friend, you did say we were going to solve a mystery tonight.
Yeah,
should we get the whole gang together? You, me, Sophie, and Chloe, and go see what the fuck Felix and Trevor are up to?
I think that's a pretty good idea.
The whole gang.
The whole gang. Let's see if Chloe will actually.
They could be. Sophie could be Velma, obviously. And Chloe is obviously Daphne.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
if Trevor wants to, he can be Fred. And then Felix is just like the crabby neighbor that we caught, doing stuff.
Can we not have Trevor in there? I'd rather Riley be
Well,
Fred.
Felix can't be. Oh. Yes. And he immediately shoots up and he runs to the kitchen. And you can follow him at whatever pace you want to.
I probably don't run. I'm stumbling a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. And he's like still like, I don't know what the fuck was in that cake, but he is jazzed out of his mind. And he like goes up to them and you guys, and he lays out the whole plan. Fred, upstairs. No, Fred. Who was Fred again? Riley, do you want to be Fred? And Chloe, you're Daphne. And Sophie, you're Velma, obviously, because Velma is the best.
Felix, do you want to be Scrappy? Oh, wait, no, Felix has already gone.
Yeah, Felix is doing debauchery.
Yeah.
Felix.
Yes, the glasses.
What are their people's names? Drew immediately like loses a momentary sense of composure as soon as Sophie is like chinkies, and takes a deep breath and is like, Okay, we're solving the mystery. We're solving the mystery.
Well, then we gotta go upstairs.
We're going upstairs.
Wait, what mystery are we solving? What?
The mystery of what the fuck Trevor and Felix are doing.
I think I know what they're. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
And he like jets up the stairs, and Riley, who is enthused by all of this, starts to follow, and kind of looks back to Chloe and does a little eyebrow raise, and grabs for your hand.
I'll give a little wink.
I look at Sophie and I roll my eyes and then I keep walking.
I grab Larry's hand and like just start running up the stairs.
I chuckle when she grabs my hand.
Cute. So before we get all the way to the upstairs, Felix and Trevor. Felix, what has this Trevor giving you what you want? What is it? Yeah, I promise something I think you want.
I just like take him into like I'm looking around kind of frantically a little bit and just pop into one of the bedrooms. Trevor, you have to tell me the truth. Has anyone died on this premises within the last 6 to 12 months?
I don't think so, but something in my stomach tells me it may be. It could be just I ate a lot of that cake.
Also, I got you a piece of candy just as a gift. I'll pull out of my pocket, hand it over. My ice cold clammy hands, hand it over.
It didn't melt in your pocket because your pocket's a refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's like actually, what kind of piece of candy is it?
I don't know what.
Sophie, what kind of candy did you give?
It's Sophie's favorite candy. It's the original Hershey's chocolate bar.
Nice.
Okay, that's amazing.
Let it melt in your mouth.
Is it the full bar or is it a little like one of those?
We're not sponsored.
Exactly
Not
that.
sponsored.
It is exactly that one. Yeah.
Not sponsored, but if you want to,
But
you can.
If you do want to send Sophie
Yeah.
the original Hershey's chocolate bars,
And Sophie
my
will
address
share.
Yeah. Sophie will take pictures.
10 West Dozerman Lane.
I don't know. So, Sophie, what do you think? 3 Instagram posts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sophie
god.
has upwards of like 70 followers. So
Upwards.
your move, Hershey.
Do not send Hershey's to Felix.
So you pull it out of your pocket and it's as if you probably put it in the refrigerator. It's roughly that same consistency and temperature. And as you hand it to Trevor, your hands touch and you see that same vision momentarily of just 2 hands moving towards what now a little more clearly is a neck. And you snap back to, and Trevor sees this and says, hey, if this is going to be weird for you or hard for you, I mean, I know you like
Strangulation. I knew it. Oh, God. Trevor, look at me.
he looks at you.
When you kissed me just then, I don't know. Can I kiss you again? Can I kiss you?
I mean, you only live once, right?
I'm just eyebrows furled, staring directly at him.
Are you gonna do it?
Can I see your hands?
Yeah.
I take his hands in my hands and I look at him. Do they look like the hands that I see?
No, they do not.
Okay.
But I will say, actually
Not
go
the same
ahead. Go ahead
as we're heading up the stairs. You know, I
Yeah.
know it's the same song, like over and over again, but I don't mind it. Like, I think it's okay. Like, it fits the vibe,
I
honestly.
hate you.
It was a
song, you
choice.
just-
Thank you.
Fine.
As you look at his hands and as you like take him in and you have this very vulnerable moment with him, you look at him and you notice that it's not the hands that you need to worry about with him. It's some other part of the vision that involves him.
I look at his neck. He's got a thick neck.
And as soon as you
have
notice,
you seen that neck? It's just begging to get
it's a
strained
thick
off.
neck. But in all seriousness, you're in this moment, you're looking at him and your vision kind of blurs again and you see the hands around the neck, and then you move up and you see Trevor's eyes staring back at you as if now you are the one strangling him. And they're pleading in the same way that when you come to, they're pleading with you here and now in this moment as he's worried about what is going on, Felix. I mean, like, if you don't want it, we don't have to. It's fine.
I as a ghoul, I have a hunger to cause fear in people that
Yeah.
I need to satiate. And when I see like a little vision of him, like afraid with my hands around his neck, I put my hands to his throat and start to choke him.
Okay. Okay. He is going to. Are you trying to kill him or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Lash out physically, baby.
Yeah, do a lash out physically roll.
All right, no problem. Lash out physically is a 3.
Okay.
Mark experience point.
So you go to choke him, and because it catches him by surprise, you like get a little bit in on him, and at first it takes him a minute to realize what it is you're doing, because he was just mentally prepared for you two to kiss. And then as soon as he feels your hands grip around his neck, he immediately just like swipes your hands away, and like he's dexterous. He's a sports athlete star. Immediately just like pins you to the ground. Shut the fuck up. Pins you to the ground, and like in reverse of kind of what you saw is now strangling you. And looks at you, and go ahead and mark an experience for yourself, Matt. Actually, how many? You can get 6 experiences before something happens, right?
5.
5.
5. And then sorry. Remind me what happens with experience.
You can choose another. Sorry, go ahead.
Choose another move.
Yeah, choose another move or take a move from any skin or add 1 to your stats.
Okay. So Zach, go ahead and give yourself 2 experiences for that, because this is a shorter game. And Matt, go ahead and give yourself 2 experiences.
Nice.
We'll see what happens with it. Who's to say? But we'll see.
Getting experience in itself is cool.
Yeah, and so because of the just sheer nature of your stature differences and your size differences, Felix, go ahead and you're gonna take 2 harm on this, because I think it's 4 is the
4. Yeah, yep, 4.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it when stuff starts sinking in and you can just like recall it from memory. Yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and take 2 harm just because the pressure and the angle that he's putting on your neck is that.
Let me guess. That's what
I don't fight it.
You what?
I don't fight it. I just kind
You
of
don't
lay
fight
on
it?
the ground
Okay.
and get strangled.
Amazing. You are all running up the stairs to try to find Felix and Trevor. Chloe, go ahead and roll one of the d6s that you have.
6.
Okay. So I said even you find the room that they're in, odd you don't immediately find the room that they're in. So you think you have a good idea based on past parties where the easiest access makeout point is, and you find your way into what was once Riley's bedroom, which is like kind of the first on the stair landing. And you open the door and you walk in to see Trevor on top of Felix, strangling him.
Larry has been biting at the fucking bit for literally anything to allow him to let loose, and he sprints forward and just tackles Trevor. I would like to lash out physically against Trevor.
Do it. Fucking do it. Pull the moves out.
So if
you all see
prepare
this.
an action.
If you would like to prepare an action, is it a healing?
This is 6 on the die plus 8. Or no,
6 on the
plus
die.
2, meaning
I was like,
being 8. So
being 8. Okay, so you
ooh, okay, so I get to choose one of these, right? So
I was like, you hit Trevor, you get Trevor off of Felix, and then you get to decide.
Yeah, so I want to do him harm, and then I'm gonna choose. I almost want to become my darkest self, but I'm gonna choose.
It's a short game. It's a short game.
Yeah, it's a short game. It's a short game, and you have been literally fucking holding it in, like.
Okay, fine.
Like,
Okay, I become my darkest self. I sprint forward, and as I do, all of you see my hoodie bust open, and my jeans stretch. My blonde fur my blonde hair becomes fur, and actually, I think that I don't think this. I didn't think about this ahead of time.
What?
I don't think that the stream is gonna be able to see this.
Do you have a picture?
But I do have a picture.
Because I made a picture.
Whoa.
Did you make a picture?
I did, but
okay, well I just sent the one in Discord.
Whoa.
give me.
I thought you were gonna say that you bought like a Zoom overlay.
Oh god.
Okay,
No.
give me 2 seconds because I do want to show the stream, and I can get this up pretty quickly.
Okay.
Spooky.
Wow. I love improv. Okay. I'm calling it something funny that you'll probably roll your eyes at.
I doubt it. I'll get it ready for the stream.
The prompt I'm entering is Larry Talbot as a werewolf.
Larry
And
Talbot.
somehow they figured it out.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like I'm slowing down the stream.
No. All right, ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah, Lairwolf.
Yes.
Yes. So as I sorry, yeah.
No, go ahead. Right.
So yeah, as I sprint forward, as I am playing the werewolf, my blonde hair becomes fur, my nose painfully stretches out into a snout, and I roar, and I tackle Trevor. to the ground, and I just start going at him, and I just start like beating the crap out of him.
Cool. You with that again, because of now your size advantage, I'm gonna go ahead and say that he has 2 harm done to him.
Okay, yeah.
What's up, Soph?
Sophie hasn't known that this is specifically what's going on, but knows that there's been something going on with Larry for
Yes,
a while.
of course, yeah.
And immediately seeing this is like disturbed and frightened, but reaches into her bag and finds the little mini of Larry's character, and immediately tries to cast a hex on this form of Larry.
What does that do?
And so using this token, it gives some advantage, but calls out and says, "Lockwind, stop!"
Oh,
And,
that's his character's name.
Yeah. The spell that I'm casting is Binding, where
Okay.
it's the person cannot physically harm others.
Oh, wow,
Okay. So
interesting.
you need to roll.
I have to roll.
Yeah.
And because I've got the sympathetic token, I don't need to like meet their gaze or chant in tongues. I just
love that.
kind of cast the spell, and I'm rolling with dark.
Love it.
Okay.
Yes. Is it 2 dice or 1 that you roll?
2d6, yeah.
2d6.
And then add your modifier.
So that is a 9 altogether.
Okay.
Which works.
Yeah. So
But
it
I have
works,
to
but then you have to
choose-
choose, one of those condish.
I don't want to trigger my darkest self.
So also when I've seen other games of this, if you can choose, or if you can't choose because you don't know, you can default to me and I will choose. Just so you know, because I will choose.
Yes. I don't think that darkest self makes sense here for mine. So I will say that the hex has a weird side effect, and you get to choose what that is, I think.
Oh God. Okay.
Or I can take a harm, which is also a weird side effect of casting a spell. So.
That is a weird side effect. So as Larry is werewolfed up, fur coming out of everywhere, tackling the shit out of Trevor, harming him greatly. Trevor is shrieking, not really knowing how this has all gone down. And Sophie pulls out just a little token, just very quietly in the corner, casts a hex over it, and immediately we see Larry freeze up and just sit down from where he was standing and beating the shit out of Trevor. A look over his face like,
sorry.
Sprouted. Oh, what's up?
My audio cut out, so I didn't hear what you and neither did the stream. So it was a mistake on my part. So the last thing I heard was it was just like 5 seconds ago.
Okay. So basically, you just
freeze.
fall. You freeze. You sit very calmly and serenely, no longer attacking.
Well,
Trevor.
It's up to. Okay, sorry. You go ahead.
I would say that that first attack could have happened and probably would have been what it takes for me to actually stop.
Oh yeah, no, he was actively beating the shit out of him, but then as soon as you cast the hex,
cool.
He sits back because he's no longer harming others. But you all look from Larry to grab your bearings about the room, and you look over and you all notice that Sophie has a little bit of blonde hair growing out of the sides of her cheeks, very similarly to Larry's werewolf fur, as if the hex has bound them a little bit more closely than they were previously.
If you want it to
and,
be sorry, no, go ahead. I apologize.
No, go ahead, please.
Well, if you want it to be calm and serenely, you can, but it does say my darkest self, like, if anyone gets in the way, they must, like, be brought down and must bleed, and, like, I cannot escape my darkest self until I wound someone I really care about or the sun rises. So I think the spell does work, like you just said, but then I'm over there in the corner, just like...
Yeah, and having this internal, again, it's kind of back to where Larry was, where, like, you are being asked to control the harm that is being done to you.
So I don't lose my wolf form, and I'm just like...
internally.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So Chloe and Felix. Felix, now Trevor is no longer choking you. You did take that harm.
Yeah.
All of your friends have busted into this room.
I'm sitting on the ground with my legs hugged up against my body, rocking back and forth.
Okay.
I would just be frozen for a second, and then I assume Riley would run up to her brother and make sure he was okay as soon as Larry stopped, and I would sort of break out of my shock and run over to him as well and see if he's okay.
You would think that Riley would run up to comfort Trevor in a moment of his attack, but you turn around, and where Riley was before, they are not in this room with you. It seems maybe in the kerfluffle that they dipped and you didn't quite notice.
I'm gonna take out my phone and look at it and see if Devin or Talia has responded.
You do see a text from it's not in the group message, it's separate. You do see a text from Devin.
I'll read it.
Okay. You read it and it says, you were right about the shots. Everything's good. We're going to the movies on Friday.
Okay, I just don't respond. I put my phone away. I can't deal with that right now.
The plebeians.
I'll almost leave to follow Riley, but knowing he's hurt, go over and check on Trevor.
Yeah, he is not taking his eyes off of Larry, who's a fucking werewolf right now, and he's just got his hands
and by the way, Larry's eyeing Sophie. Larry's not left.
Yeah,
his gaze has not left Sophie.
Yeah, so we'll note that. And he's watching Felix, he's watching you, he's looking at Sophie, and he just looks at Chloe and says, "What the fuck is going on?"
I don't know what the fuck is going on. You came up here with this fucking zombie, and I came to get you.
That little freak tried to kill me.
I know.
What the fuck,
I'm gonna look at Larry as a werewolf. Say, hey, what the fuck?
Did they not see Trevor choking Felix?
They did, yeah. Everybody saw Trevor choking Felix.
Yeah. So
but he's yelling that.
You came up here, you were choking him. I don't know why you were choking him.
He was trying to choke me first. He said something about somebody's died in here, and then he started choking me, and I got it, and then he's a fucking werewolf. What the fuck is going on? I am way too high for this.
I'm now standing in the room and just pacing back and forth while looking at Sophie.
I thought you were cool, man. He points at Larry. I thought you were cool, man.
Trevor, go.
Everybody, Larry. It's gonna be okay. I know that he was hurting somebody. I know that upsets you. I know that's what what happened with Drew. I need you to calm down. I'm so sorry.
You can't until.
Yeah, I know. I like you. I do think that you would notice like a sense of recognition and like a tinge of like my eyes going from like a piercing yellow back to like my soft blue for a moment.
Yeah. Like
and,
you're still in there.
Yeah, and then just immediately start growling and pacing again. This time, almost as if the animal inside of me like wants to not let the human be. Like I'm now on all fours pacing across the room.
I want to be also specific that like it just says that you cannot physically harm another person.
Yeah. That's the only thing he wants to do right now.
Yeah, I know.
and so he's not
I
willing
love
to leave.
it. I love
he's
it.
not willing to
and
leave.
what happens? How?
If I hurt someone I really care about, or until the sun comes up, whatever. Oh, sorry, you're asking about the hex.
Yeah, I'm wondering. So it doesn't. There's not a time.
The hex does not offer any guidance to that.
Okay.
I'm willing to.
I can easily reverse it.
I'm willing to be under it until sunrise or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
if that's
see.
what it takes.
We'll see what
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's just pacing back and forth.
So, Trevor, in the midst of this, looks at Chloe and is like, I don't think I can do the rest of this party, Chloe. I gotta lay down.
Okay, go to the bathroom and
Fucking seeing
clean up
werewolves.
your fucking face first.
Okay, and he like
Clean up your
gets up
face.
and goes and walks where you can only assume is to the bathroom.
What is Felix doing?
Sitting on the ground, like rocking back and forth, just not saying anything.
Felix, are you okay?
No, nothing.
I would also probably say, like, being in my wolf form, like, occasionally I do have a glance towards, like, Trevor or towards Chloe. I never...
Drew is in here, too. Also.
Andrew. Never...
He's just quiet. He's, like, with Felix, like, rocking.
I never acknowledge Felix's existence. It's like I don't smell a pulse. I don't like that. Like it's like he's might as well be a tree to me. Like I'm only I don't really notice Felix.
Drew just like takes a second and he like looks at Sophie. And he like takes the hood of the Scooby-Doo costume down and he goes up to you, Sophie, and he says, "What did you do to him? Are you really a wizard?"
Drew, we can talk about this tomorrow.
Are your whole family wizards? You have a lot of aunts. And they all live with you.
They're witches. I met them today.
Did you
Larry?
magic on him? Did you?
Will you leave with Larry? Will you leave with me right now? I can keep you from hurting people.
If
you have to get up.
If you start to like back away, Larry just immediately starts stepping towards you.
What did you do? What did you do, Larry? And Drew will like step in between you two and say, "Larry, it's okay, it's me, it's Drew." And he'll put up his hood again, like Drooby Dooby Doo.
Okay, so this is improv. We're just saying yes.
Yeah.
This is
a feral game.
Yeah. Would you allow me to roll Keep Your Cool? To see if through the seeing of my friends here reaching out to me, if I can like rein in the beast.
What did you get on your? Did you get a 9 on your?
Lash
hex?
out physically. Oh,
no,
on the hex. Sorry.
The hex.
It was a 9.
It was a 9. Yeah. Roll. Keep your cool.
Okay. Is there any moonlight coming through the room and hitting me in this moment?
There is not.
Okay, cool.
There is not, and unfortunately, purposefully, today is like a waning crescent.
Right.
It is. I should have looked before.
That is a 7 minus 1, which
7
is
minus 1.
a 6.
So what I was gonna do was if you could get higher than Sophie's hex score, then you could break the hex.
Yeah, okay.
But you said a 7 minus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, and I wasn't trying to break the hex, I was trying to calm the beast.
okay, I see.
Yeah. But I mean, I fail either way.
That with that it's not the rules as written way to like end the darkest self, but with multiple friends trying to calm.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I had exactly.
Well, then
that's
that
what
technically means
real low.
Exactly.
That technically then means that you failed keeping cool, which means that you do not keep cool. So then I would say narratively,
I'm still going.
I would say narratively that might break the hex because now you no longer can't.
I immediately lash out physically to Sophie.
Sophie. Okay, we're fail. Okay, so go ahead and roll with volatile.
That is a 7 plus 2, 9.
Yeah, so you lash immediately out at Sophie.
And I'm gonna choose the MC decides how bad the harm turns out.
Okay, so I'm gonna say just because you were up against the resistance of a magical curse, it's only gonna do 1 harm to Sophie, because and you said it was a 7 or it was a 9?
It was a 9.
It was a 9. I would say, totally just a 1 harm. Sophie, though, you feel that magical hex hold break, feel Larry coming towards you, and in that moment you drop the mini that you had clutched in your hand to hold the hex, and you step on it as he is attacking you, and it breaks the mini.
When she drops the mini and I see it on the ground for a brief moment, I look up at Sophie with a claw mark across her little cute face, and I have a flashback of a moment of her DMing me and Drew, and her being really animated and describing this really cool epic moment, and me rolling a nat 20 and us all hugging and jumping up and down, and my fur kind of recedes back and my claws rescind as I have wounded someone that I really care about, and that ends my darkest self.
I'm gonna walk up to Larry and smack him in the face.
Oh, okay.
Lash out physically to Larry, Chloe. Also, I love that our last game was just full of turn someone on rolls, and this has been a lash out physically.
7.
7. Okay. So you slap Larry. Larry, you'll take 1 damage, 1 harm. And Chloe, I'm gonna let you choose one of the reactions that you, unless you pick decides how bad the harm is, and then I can do that. But if you want to learn something about your.
I'll just let you decide how bad the harm turns out. She's just pretty fucked up and just saw him attack your boyfriend and is smacking him in the face.
Yeah. So then I'll say that with a smack, you probably won't do more than 1 harm. But Larry, you just got smacked in the face by Chloe, and Chloe, you just smacked Larry in the face after you watched him attack Sophie.
My hands immediately go to the pocket at the bottom of my hoodie, and then I stop. He was attacking Felix.
Trevor was right. I tried to kill him first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sophie. I screwed up.
Felix, what? What?
I tried to choke him and kill him. I wanted to kill him. I don't know why.
What the
What?
fuck?
Is
Also,
this how
I'm a
all
werewolf.
parties go?
Yeah, that's honestly more of what the fuck was. I have to
That's
be
kind of
honest.
cool.
I'm so sorry, Sophie. And he comes over and, like, just his sweater's already ripped in a bunch of places. He just rips off one of the sleeves and like starts kind of like dabbing it. I'm really
Before you
Sorry,
do
yeah.
that, Drew steps between you and Sophie and looks you dead in the eye and is like, don't go near her.
Drew,
Leave her alone.
Drew, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad. Yeah, I couldn't control it. I didn't mean to. Sophie, I
never
didn't
can
mean-
control it. You say you never can control it.
Drew, come on. And he's like starting to get a little embarrassed. Like, you know that I struggle with this, okay? I just got a little angry, okay? I just let my anger get to me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone does it, right? Everyone does this, right? Right? Everybody.
Well,
lets their
apparently
anger-
Felix does.
Maybe you should have just clawed me instead.
Maybe I should have.
How about nobody hurts anybody for the rest of the party?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I like that idea.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This.
Larry, look. I get why you did what you did, okay? It freaked all of us out to see a fucking werewolf, and I don't get why you attacked Sophie, but I get why you attacked Trevor.
Once I've let go, it's really hard to come back. Trevor, I meant to do. Trevor was a choice. Sophie, I promise that wasn't a choice. You have to believe me.
I trust that you didn't mean it.
Drew, and Larry just has his head down. Doesn't say anything else really.
Because I'm assuming that Drew would have probably seen you lose it on Trevor, or not Trevor, on Carver as well.
Yeah, I think that.
So this is.
I think that Larry lost it on Carver, and then like got out of the school just in time before he turned into his wolf form, and Drew found him like that, and he hurt Drew, and that's when he came back, and then like that's how Drew knows, and like that's how like
Okay.
and he like promised, and Larry promised him that would never happen again,
And it just did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Drew will look at Sophie and then look at Larry and then briefly to Chloe and Felix just because they're there, and then to Sophie say, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but I think I gotta go home.
Okay, Drew, I'll take you home.
No, I'll just walk.
You can't just leave me, okay? You can't just leave me like
Well, we can just talk in
everyone
the
else
morning,
does, okay, Drew? Please.
Nobody's leaving you. I'll text you in the morning. I'll see you at school. And he will put on the hood, the Scooby-Doo hood, and leave.
Larry is beside himself and starts pacing some more. And is just like under his breath saying like, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave.
I get up and I walk out of the room trying to find Trevor.
Larry, look, this is a big house. Trevor's parents are gone for the night. You can stay here. We'll probably be up for a while. You don't have to go anywhere alone if you don't want to.
You're lying to me.
I'm lying that you can stay here.
Yeah, you're just messing with me.
Dude, I just saw you turn into a fucking werewolf and I'm still letting you stay here. So give me some credit.
He's just Has his head down.
Look, is Sophie in the room too? Is that a thing?
Sophie's being a bit quiet as Drew leaves. She kind of just like gently squeezes his hand but lets him go, and is invested and is here but is uncertain about what to do.
Look, guys, I know I made new friends and I didn't make as much time for you guys as I should have, but look, I'm sorry, and I miss hanging out with you guys. Why can't I hang out with everybody?
I like nod my head and like there's no anger there, but I do walk out.
I gotta keep an eye on him, and I follow after Larry.
All right, well, if I'm alone, then I'm gonna go try
Felix
to find...
is still there. Oh no, Felix
Felix
left.
left,
Sorry.
right?
Felix left, yeah.
I left out.
I'm
It
gonna go try to find Riley.
It would have been
Felix is
funny.
just sitting like across the center of the room.
Well, since I'm alone, I'm gonna go try to find Riley.
So where would your first instinct be?
I mean, is this an upstairs where if I like stood at the top of the stairs, I could see the party a bit?
There's a little bit of like a dip down, like it's not a full, like you can see basically the front entryway where the front door is, and you can see a little bit like into the kitchen from there, but not enough to like see a whole person if you were looking. It's just like the semblance of activity.
Okay, I'll go and see just like right at the bottom of the stairs. I'll just like look around the party and see if I can see them at a first glance.
So you said you go a little bit down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You go a little bit down the stairs and you notice that the party is a little bit more sparse than it was when you went upstairs. You're not really sure how much time has passed, but it could have been like half hour to 45 minutes of whatever conversations you were having upstairs and werewolfing and such. But yeah, only a few people remain. You see Talia and Devin kind of cleaning up a little bit, looking a little bit confused and concerned, but nothing like super like they just look like they're cleaning up from the party.
Okay. I'll go up to
the music
the
is
two.
a little lower also.
I'll go up to the two of them. Have you guys seen Riley?
Yeah, they told us to start cleaning up. They like were telling people to leave, like that the party was over, that like something happened, and
Well, where are they?
I don't know. They said something like Trevor was sick or something, and
Yeah, he's hurt. He's fine, but he's hurt.
And
yeah,
Talia's
it's
like,
a really long story.
Okay, well, we're gonna just go. Like, do you want us to clean all this up, or should we just?
No, you guys are having a great night. Go have a great night. I'll see you later. And I'm just gonna walk away.
You hear. So as you turn away, you see them like look at you concerned. But as soon as you turn away and you start heading up the stairs, you hear like a little giggle from Devin, as they like start to exit out the front door. And by all that point, Sophie, where did you end up? Are you Sophie?
Sophie is following Larry.
Okay.
Pretty distinctly. Trying to. I don't know that she'd be trying to stop him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Larry,
I'm just,
where are you?
I was heading to look for Trevor.
Okay.
Trevor.
Then we're
Okay,
all
we're
kind
all
of going
looking
the
for
same
Trevor.
direction.
Yeah.
We're all looking for Trevor. As you two go, so as you two come down the stairs, Chloe has gone back up the stairs, you said?
Yeah.
Sophie and Larry, you two see Riley come out from the porch area, the outdoor area, like yelling at people on the porch, saying, "No, yeah, it's over, we gotta call it, and they turn to you and look at both of you and say, "You all really should just leave. Trevor's not feeling well, and I think we're just gonna call."
I'm just looking for your brother, okay?
Yeah, no, I don't think he wants to see anybody right now. He's in a real bad. He had too much of that cake. It's kind of pathetic.
Listen, I know what happened to him, and I just want to apologize, okay?
Okay, I mean, can you just like text him or like see him in the morning? Because I don't think he's coming out of the bathroom at all. I know. It's bad. It's bad. And he might not even be able to hear you or like see you or anything. Like I kind of want to take him to the hospital, but all of these. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. It just.
Can I like use my heightened senses to kind of like narrow my vision and like give a little sniff and see if I like notice extra sweat or notice extra like I don't know.
Are you concerned? You have concerns about her?
Yeah, I have concerns. Yeah, I just want to see if
playing
she's
a lot of
lying or
NPCs
something.
really fucks me up on this. I'm like, where am I right now?
Yeah.
You said it's the
My heightened senses. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you want to and ask one of those questions, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with my dark. That is a big old 2.
2.
So I'm too thrown by everything that's happened.
You're too thrown.
We are obliterated.
Yeah,
you are technically obliterated. And also, yeah, a lot has happened to you, especially Larry.
Yeah.
And she's there. He.
Yeah.
Sees you.
In my mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like looking stoically, and like, but like in real life with the obliteration, I'm like.
Oh, I think you need to go home too. And they'll look at Sophie and like, can you get him home? Okay, do you need...
Sophie,
I can call you a lift or like a...
Can you get me home, Sophie?
Yeah, I can do that.
You see Larry reach into his hoodie pocket and he takes out a carving knife. And he,
whoa.
What are you doing?
And he throws it on the ground. Oh, Sophie, can we go home?
Yeah, come on. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I just think that I go with Sophie.
Yeah.
Or start to,
you left the party.
Yeah.
Yes,
I stormed out of that room by myself. I'm going to text Sophie and say, found my own ride home. Sorry if I embarrassed you. I understand if you don't want to be my tutor anymore.
Before we left, I was gonna message Felix and be like, I'd message essentially like, hey, I feel kind of responsible for you. Would love to make sure that you make it home tonight. And then like the text comes in and just like erase the dots still there. Just like, hope you had a good time. No worries at all. Like sparkly heart.
Oh.
I respond and I say, I made it home. Don't worry. Thank you. Sorry, I'm so weird. And then I walk into Trevor's room and hide under the bed.
Yo.
And I'm like, as I'm obliterated in the back of Sophie's car, as she drives away, I just say, I'm so glad I didn't kill anybody tonight.
reach like one hand back and just kind of do a double squeeze on your head. Me too.
I love you, Sophie. I'm so sorry. He's just let he's like told like his adrenaline has left him and all of the substance is now in him. Sorry, go ahead.
Cool. No. So y'all make your way home. Felix is hiding under the bed. Chloe, you went upstairs to try to find Riley still.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is next location that you look? I can't just give you
I would kind of do around the upstairs, like peek in all the rooms, see if anybody's in there. Kind of avoid the bathroom that I know Trevor has locked himself in.
Yeah. As you pass that bathroom, you expect to hear the usual sounds of just like scream barfing that issue from Trevor every time he gets a little too intoxicated. But you don't hear anything. And you don't think that Riley did anything with the lights in the bathroom, specifically because there had to be one safe haven in this place from the drugs and the drink of just having normal regular lighting. But there's a small orange glow coming from the bathroom.
If that were the case, I would like kind of knock on the door, kind of crack it open a little bit. Trevor?
You hear like a deep inhale, and then ever so quietly you hear, Chloe.
I'll open the door the rest of the way.
And you see what looks to be Trevor.
Looks to be Trevor. That's a good sign.
You see the costume behind, like you see his striped costume, you see the tousled hair with like a little extra black of the weird dye in it. But there's like orange glow, like as if he's holding a candle in front of him with his back turned to you. There's just orange glow emitting from him. And do you step into the bathroom?
Yeah, I would like reach out an arm and try to like grab his shoulder.
Classic.
Cool. He turns around and you realize that there is no fire. The orange glow is not coming from any light. It's coming from him, from his eyes, as he turns around and you see.
What?
And he looks at you and he says, and that's where we'll end the session.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's so spooky.
Vindication for Felix.
If
The
anything
double mouth
happens,
is so scary.
yeah, if anything happens to Chloe, Larry would 100% blame himself for not noticing it with that last heightened senses and would like go on a killing fucking spree.
Yep.
I texted Angie, but I'm definitely taking you back to my house, not yours.
Oh, nice.
I need some coven input.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing.
Oh dang it! I forget I set my phone to like
To
bedtime
not
mode,
disturb.
and
Of course,
so
yeah.
it goes. So I didn't get. Sorry.
No,
You're right. Yeah,
But
it makes sense.
no, we had to come to an end anyway. This could have easily
Yeah.
gone on for like 3 more
Oh yeah,
hours.
that was like I was like, oh, we're in sunset epilogue.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Honestly, I would love to visit this exact like scenario again. Honestly.
Honestly,
Yes.
I
would-
It was
literally
fun.
I didn't even plan anything for this session, and I didn't even touch 90% of the stuff that I did plan for the session.
Yeah,
so we
amazing.
could easily do.
I would love a long format of some Monsterhearts.
We always
Same.
say that, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna do another one. Anyway, hi, welcome to post-show banter. We're still on stream.
Yes, we are.
We're friends. Thank you so much for coming to this little one shot of Monsterhearts. You only live once, as Trevor would say. Love who you love. Tell the people you love them. Hug your
Kiss who
loved
you want to
ones.
kiss.
Kiss who you want to kiss. Eat the candy you want to eat.
Eat the candy, read the books.
Read the books. Sophie said it. Read the books you want to read. But really, thank you so much for coming. We have a couple of announcements.
Happy Halloween!
Wednesday, one, happy Halloween. Eat the candy. Two, this Wednesday and every Wednesday in November is going to start off our purely fan service for the four of us.
Yeah, honestly.
Longshot in the world of The Last of Us. You said it's about 25 years after the outbreak, right, Zach?
Yeah, so it's
and
kind of, it takes place like, if you know the games, if you know the lore, it's gonna take place kind of like at the, like, what would be going on in Ellie's world is like the post, like, final fight, post, like, maybe returning to Dina, kind of like
Yeah.
really like the end of the second Last of Us.
But we're not in Jackson. We're in our own little
Nope. We're across the country.
In
Logan?
the hills of Tennessee, in a little campground called Blue Valley Campground. So we'll see what settlements shenanigans is happening there.
Yes, very excited for that.
But that'll be every Wednesday in November, starting on Wednesday.
6 p.m. Central, which is different than
6
our normal
p.m.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
6
That's
p.m.
gonna be
Central.
So cool. I'm so excited to watch.
Yay,
this.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited about
It was the one shot was really fun.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
little one shot we put together. And then on Sunday, we are going to reinstate our level 20 Lake Peak 7 Battle Royale featuring Tax Zaber's obstacle course.
I'm excited to
probably.
see what you can do.
And that'll be on Sunday at 2 p.m. our usual time. And then Monday, we're going to do the beginning of a little 3-part Candle Keep long shot that JMO is going to DM for us. So that'll be every other Monday for 3 Mondays.
It's a
at
packed
7.
November.
Tons of
We got
content for y'all.
November, yes.
No
yes.
free
Yes.
time November.
No free time November. NaNoWriMo, no free time November. So many things. But thank you so much for all of you coming. Thank you to my players, the best players an MC could ask for.
Yes.
And as always, everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.